Hey, what's up guys? This is Mr. Wilmer here. Welcome to this new video tutorial. Last week we started learning how to use Adobe Illustrator. Well, you learned some basic uses, you learned how to create shapes, and well, that was the introduction to Adobe Illustrator. This week you're gonna learn how to align objects. We're gonna create some small exercises. I'm gonna show you here. I'm gonna open Illustrator. We have three exercises here. I have the first one with the green boxes, this one, and the purple boxes. Okay, what I did here is just simply create many boxes and align the boxes with the tools for aligning objects here in Adobe Illustrator. You can see here are many objects that creates this effect here. You can see that effect. This one is perfectly aligned, and this one too is perfectly aligned. So we're gonna start creating this. We're gonna start with the first one. I'm gonna create new. I'm gonna use the largest 1024 times 768 pixels. I'm gonna start here. The first thing I'm gonna do is to create my squares. I'm gonna select the rectangle tool. I'm gonna click. I'm gonna select 100 pixels times 100 pixels. I have my first square here. I'm gonna change the color. I'm gonna use, in this case, I'm gonna use blue and the outline black. That's it, that's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy paste this square. I'm gonna copy paste with Ctrl Z, and for pasting, Ctrl V. I have my first here. Again, Ctrl V. 3. Again, I'm gonna copy 3, Control, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Okay, I have to create 2 here, copy paste. I have 5, paste. I have 5. And I check here, let's see, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. Okay, so we have it like this. Okay, you're gonna see here we have a complete mess, and if I start aligning one by one, it's gonna take me too long to create this. So what I'm gonna do is, first I'm gonna start with my up column here. I'm gonna select my 3 objects, and you're gonna see up here I have all these options here. If you click, well, you have the first one here, align to the left, align to the center, vertical center, to the right, to the top, to the center, to the middle point, and to the bottom. You're gonna start using this so you can learn how to use them. You can see first I'm gonna align them in the middle point. So I'm gonna click on this one. Look, they are aligned. The other thing is, this space is not the same as this one. So what I'm gonna do is I select them, and you can see up here I have 2 sections. Where I have the arrow is the division. The first one is for aligning objects, aligning, and the second one that starts here and ends here is for distributing objects. So what I want here is to distribute equally these objects. I want the same space here and here. So for that, I'm gonna use the vertical distributing option, that it's this one. Look, I click on it and you can see now I have the option here. I think that I have too little space here. Let me see. Yeah, I have too little space. I just wanna check this. Yeah, I'm gonna do it here. Let's see. I'm just checking. Well, this one looks better. Okay, I'm gonna start. First I selected, I aligned it with the middle point here. Later I distributed, and that's it. So this one is perfectly aligned. The other thing what I want to do is to align these ones. When you're distributing points, the first one and the last ones are like the top points. These are like the reference points. So I'm gonna select them. That's why this one was here. I wanna position it here. Look. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select it all, and now I'm gonna use one object as an anchor point or as a reference. You're gonna see I have them selected here, and what I'm gonna do is when I select all my 5 objects, I'm gonna select this one, and you can see it has like a highlight here. That means that this is the reference. So all these 4 objects will align depending on this one. You're gonna see a difference here. I want a vertical align here. If I click here, you can see all of the other objects move and this one stay the same. What will happen if I don't have selected middle point? You're gonna see if I vertical align, this one move a little bit and now it's not equally distributed here. That's why this one, I don't want it to move it. So I'm gonna click on it and there's highlighted, and I click the vertical align option. Now I want to distribute the spaces here. For that, I'm gonna use the horizontal distributing option. That is this one. Look. Oops, sorry guys, I confused here. There is, look. So it's this one. Now I have them distributed equally. Next thing I'm gonna align this one. So I'm gonna position them here. Let's see this. I'm gonna put it here. There it is. So I'm gonna select it, click on it, and a vertical alignment. Later, I'm gonna deselect. I'm gonna select it again. I'm gonna align it horizontally here. Look. Okay, now we have a process here. Oh, oops. Sorry for this, guys. You can see this one is not aligned here. So I'm gonna select both objects. I'm gonna click on this one. I'm gonna press and hold Shift. I'm gonna select this one. You can see I have selected both. Now I want this object to align with this one. So I select this one as the anchor point. You can see the shadow here, the highlight. Later I click Align. Okay, now I have to distribute it again. And now that's perfect. Look. Okay, this I just select them. Well, I'm gonna align this one first. I'm gonna select them. I'm gonna align this one with this one. There it is. Later this one. I'm gonna select this one as the anchor point, vertical alignment. There it is. Look. Later, I want them to be equal here. I select this as the anchor point, and later middle alignment. And the same I do with this one. I select them, anchor point, middle alignment, select them, anchor point, middle alignment. You can see now there is it. Look. Now the other thing I'm missing here is that this is not perfectly distributed. So I'm gonna select them and click on horizontal distribution. And the same for this one. Look. And there's our first homework. I know it could be a little confusing, but I need you to practice this. Just by practicing, you're gonna get the skills for using the alignment options. Now let's see, I'm gonna create a copy of this. I'm gonna change the color. Let's see, I'm gonna change it to green. That's nice. I'm gonna create 4 copies. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Later, I'm gonna create another square. This one will be 50 pixels, 50. Oops, that's it. Now I'm gonna create this. I'm gonna change the color to yellow. Let's see, no, orange. So I make 4 copies. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here's where the most confusing thing starts. Let's see. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna align this one this way. Look. That's it. Now I'm gonna align these ones with the vertical alignment. This one I'm gonna place it right here. The same for this one. I'm gonna align this one with this one as an anchor point. Let's see, this one as an anchor point. Let's see, look. Okay, now the next ones, I'm gonna place them here. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna select both, select this as the anchor point as the reference, and I'm gonna use the alignment options to the left, later to the top. I select them, anchor point, this one will be to the left and to the bottom. Later this one, click to the right, to the bottom. Later this one, select the anchor point. Remember always to select the anchor point or as the reference. So right and top. So that's it. That's the second one. That looks really nice. Now let's go with the third exercise. This one I'm gonna do it 300 times 300. Let's see. That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna change the color. Now here I'm gonna copy this. Let's see, I'm gonna place it yellow. Okay, I'm gonna create one, let's see, I think 9 copies of this. You can see I don't have them too organized right now. That's why I use the alignment. So I'm gonna start aligning them one by one. Click anchor point. Remember always to click on this top. I select both. You can see I'm selecting both. I click on the reference or the main object, later top, right. And the same for this. Selected, anchor point, this one will be the vertical center and the top. And the same with this. Right, middle center, oops. You can see what happened here, look. I didn't select it as the anchor point and that's why it moves. So I need to select it so it can stay still. That looks better, look. Remember always, oops, I confused here. Always to select both and always to select the principal object. I'm almost done here. And for the center, we select this, we press and hold shift, we select the purple square, and we click again on it. We click, and for this one you're gonna select the vertical alignment and the horizontal alignment. And you can see now my objects are perfectly aligned. So that's all for this week, guys. You have to do what I did here in the video tutorial. We have 3 exercises, 5 points each. You have the first one, the blue squares, perfectly aligned, the green with the orange squares, and the purple with the yellow squares. So this is your homework. Remember, for saving your homework, you're gonna click on File, you're gonna click on Export, and here I'm gonna Illustrator Homework 2, and you select the file type. I'm gonna select JPG. That's you click on Save, select the quality, and OK. So that's all for this week, guys. I know it could be confusing. Well, you have to practice so you can gain these skills needed for the alignment options. But believe me, this is a great option for aligning many objects in your work. So that's all for this week, guys. I expect you can complete your homework easily as I did here. That's all, guys. See you online.